Hello family, welcome. Today we'll be making this sugar soft fluffy donuts. So without taking much time, let's get busy. In a clean bowl, add 2.5 cups of warm milk. You don't want your milk too hot or too warm, just warm milk. And 8 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 4 teaspoons of instant yeast. You want to mix all these ingredients together to make sure the yeast, the sugar, the salt are well dissolved and blended in the milk. Please subscribe to this channel if you're not yet a subscriber. What are you waiting for? And do not forget to hit the bell so you get notified whenever we bring you amazing content. So in a bowl, in the mixture, you want to crack your 4 eggs at room temperature and add to your mixture. Please make sure your eggs are at room temperature, no cold eggs. And you know everything is warm or at room temperature that we use in this mixture. So if you're not comfortable adding the eggs directly, if you're scared like you might add eggshells to the mixture, you want to crack them in a bowl first before adding. And after adding, you want to mix very well to make sure it is well combined and mixed and everything looks uniform. To give this a nice flavor, we add 2 teaspoons of nutmeg and 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavor. See, this is just going to give this very beautiful, nice flavor that you can withstand it. So mix very well to combine whenever you add an ingredient, you want to make sure you mix very well. And now that everything is added, we are going to be adding 9 cups of sifted all-purpose flour. 9 cups. Like I'm making a very big batch because I am taking it somewhere. So yeah, so somebody might be asking why 9 cups. Okay, because I have use for it. Okay, now you want to mix very well. This is a fun part. If you can actually use the spatula to mix, you want to make sure you wash your hands very clean and then mix. Do not be tempted to add flour if it is soft. No, it has to be like that to give you that fluffy soft donut. Okay, now that it's well mixed and everything is well mixed and combined, sprinkle some flour on a clean surface. Put your dough and you want to knead this dough very well. And yeah, so now before we go ahead in kneading our dough, we are going to be adding some butter. So you want to open your dough and put the butter in the middle, and the butter is at room temperature, or you can just warm it for a few seconds to get it warm if you didn't get it out on time. And knead this very well. We are using 180 grams of butter, unsalted butter, please, not salted, unsalted butter. So knead this very well, nicely and clean. Like this is just, it's like you're exercising. So have the fun. Okay, here is some fun part. Like I just like kneading. It just like it works my fingers and all that. So okay, so now we knead this. You want to make sure the butter is well distributed evenly all over the dough. That's why you're kneading very well. So now it's well kneaded. You can see everything is well combined. Now you want to grease your bowl or your pan before adding your dough to it and setting it aside to rise. So after greasing the pan, add your dough and then use a plastic wrap to cover it. You want to maintain that warmness, or you want to create that warm atmosphere for the yeast to be activated. So cover your bowl with a plastic wrap, or you can choose to use aluminum foil, but I like the plastic wrap so I see what is going on. We want this dough to double in size or even triple in size, to be tripled in size. So okay, so after covering the bowl with your plastic wrap, you want to go ahead and add some kitchen towel on top of it. Then put it in a warm place to rise for 2 hours. Okay, family, so it's been 2 hours and our dough is ready. Look at that, it has doubled in size. Oh, did it triple in size? Okay, so it's ready. We are just gonna let out that air. Just dip your hand in to let out the air. You have to get out the air, let it go. Okay. See, I play a lot around. Okay, so because this is a little sticky, you want to make sure you sprinkle some flour on the clean surface you're about to roll your dough. We are not going to be dividing this in portions before creating the whole inside. No, we are just gonna flatten it, like flatten everything around. So now we are going, because the dough is really big, we can work this at once. So we are going to cut it in half, work with one half first before working with the other halves. Like this actually gave us a total of 85 donuts using the donut cutter. Like, okay, so now we want to flatten this you want to first of all make sure it is well smooth, like smoothen it very well, and then flatten it with your hands first before using the roller, the dough roller, to roll it to just half an inch or an inch. So either way it works just fine, but half an inch works perfectly fine. So this is, yeah, the thickness you want to be looking for. This is just the perfect one. So you want to make sure it's well spreaded, and this is going to ease our work because we're just flattening everything at once and then going in with the donut cutter to just cut them, like just measure around, like just measure everything at once. Just go ahead and measure, and when you're done measuring all over, like you want to, yeah, you have to measure all over. I want to make sure everything is the same, everything is uniform. I don't want some big donuts, some smaller donuts, and we did not waste our flour because we are still going to be rolling this again. Like all this excess flour, all this excess dough, no longer flour, all this excess dough, even the ones we are removing from the inside to create that hole, we are still going to be putting everything together and rolling again. So we ended up rolling almost everything till we had just one little tiny bit. And so you want to repeat this process for the remaining dough. So I went ahead and layered my trays with a baking sheet. So you put this in a baking sheet, set them aside, and cover them again with a towel to rise for 20 to 30 minutes before frying. So it's been 30 minutes and our dough is ready for frying. See, look at this goodness. So you want to go in with a cooking scissors please, and cut them in parts. So you just slightly slide them down soft and nicely into the bowl. You just want to slide like that because you don't want to go too high up so you don't end up getting yourself burnt. So, and you want to let every side get brown first before you flip them over. This doesn't really take much time to fry, so you don't want to put them in the pot and then go away. So you just want to be there. And I am frying at the temperature of 310 degrees. I did not want too high temperature so they get really brown. Look at this goodness. See, this is just the perfect color I was looking for. It looks so delicious. And now is the fun part. Just rubbing the donuts, no longer dough but donuts, with some sugar. So yeah, look at this goodness. This looks so delicious. See, subscribe, you're missing out on a lot. Okay, my people, so if you stayed to this end, it means that you really love to watch you were watching. So please subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much for stopping by. Please let me know in the comment section if you did try this recipe, how yours turned out. Like I really love to know. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.